Welcome to Musical Poetry. I am Opa Cohen, standing in for Michael. Sometimes poetry says in a few lines what analysis cannot say in 1,000 words. Today's poem is very small, just 3 lines. But those same 3 lines will travel through many languages: English, German, French, Italian, Spanish, and then into the languages of the Middle East: Hebrew, Aramaic, Arabic, and finally, Persian. Each stanza says almost the same thing, and yet every language carries its own history, its own music, its own memory. The poem reflects on the tension in the Middle East today: missiles crossing the night sky, oil and silence, and a desert waiting for dawn. But the poem is not really about war. It is about the strange fact that across cultures and religions, we all have the same word for hope: dawn. If you are watching the video version of this episode, you can follow along with subtitles in English and German. Let's listen to the same moment, spoken in many tongues.
Missiles cross night skies, oil waters choke the silence, the desert waits for dawn.
Raketen durch die Nacht, Ölwasser würgt die Stille, die Wüste wartet auf Morgen.
Missili dans la nuit, les eaux de pétrole étouffent le silence, le désert attend l'eau.
Missili nella notte, le acque del petrolio soffocano il silenzio, il deserto attende l'alba.
Missili cruzan la noche, las aguas del petróleo ahogan el silencio, el desierto espera el alba.
הרים חוצים לילה מהנפט חונקים את הדממה, המדבר ממתין לשחר.
Aramaic quiere abrirle laya, mayad nefta shankin shalia, madbara maskal safra.
صواريخ طالبور ليلا مياخ نفتح نوك الصمت،
السفرة تنتظر الفير،
موشك هادر شم سكوت بر کویر سهر.
And that was today's poem. You may have noticed that the last stanza was different. It was spoken in Persian, the language of Iran. The lines were shorter, quieter, and the final word stood alone: Sahar. In Persian, Sahar means dawn, the first light of morning. But in Persian poetry, it often means more than that. It can also mean awakening, the moment when darkness begins to loosen its grip. So the poem ends the way many nights end in the desert: after noise, after silence, after waiting, with the first hint of light. Thank you for listening to Musical Poetry. My name is Opa Cohen, standing in for Michael. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow the podcast, share it with others, and leave a comment. It helps keep this podcast alive. Because where words fail, poetry still speaks.